In the realm of photo editing finesse, ON1 Photo RAW Max takes the lead by simplifying styling and masking for those essential finishing touches. Photo RAW Max enables you to effortlessly apply captivating filters, quick local adjustments. You can swap a sky in an instant. You could also utilize the incredibly user-friendly Super Select AI to target individual subjects, objects, or even regions within your photo, and then apply stylish filters or adjustments to them. It's incredibly easy to use, it's super fun, and you'll find yourself bringing those images to life faster than ever. So let's jump into it. Let me show you a sneak peek of Photo RAW Max in action, and let's bring an image to life using those creative tools and features. So we're inside of Lightroom here, and let's take this image to the next level using a bit of Lightroom's develop settings, and then we'll jump into Photo RAW and use its creative masking tools to really get creative with the style of this photo. So first things first, I'm just gonna go into the basic tone and color settings in develop, and to quickly adjust them, I'm just going to use auto. Looks pretty good. Last thing, let's just go in and I'll crop to get rid of that distracting power pole there. Perfect. So let's head into Photo RAW Max here. I'll go to File, Plug in Extras, and let's get real creative with a sky swap. I'm going to use Edit a Copy with Lightroom settings here because I did modify some of these sliders and I want to maintain that look. We'll choose OK. And that will open up Photo RAW Max in the Sky Swap AI tab. And within Sky Swap AI, if I open up the mask here, it's automatically found the background sky for me. So now all I really have to do is go into my categories and find the specific sky that I want to apply. So let's go into the category here, and one of my favorites is this Occudrone Marshmallow. There's a ton of awesome Occudrone skies that are built right into Photo RAW Max, and you can instantly find any of these just by going through these different categories. And then once you've selected a category, there's a ton of different skies in each category that you can choose from. But again, I really enjoy that Occudrone Marshmallow pack. It's one of my favorites, and I think I'm just gonna leave it right at that number one there. I think that looks really good for this scene that we're working on. So now that we've swapped the sky a bit, I'm noticing that in the foreground, it needs a little bit of life. So remember, we can always adjust any of these different modules simply by transferring over to them, and we don't have to close out or jump into any other application. We can do it all right in here inside of Photo RAW Max. So let's just boost the contrast a hair. And I'm also going to boost the whites just a little bit. And that's going to emulate that sort of sunshine look that is in that background sky there. So now that we've modified the sky and we've boosted up the sort of contrast and whites in the foreground, this was the original, and this was with that sky swap. Well, now with Photo RAW Max's creative styling tools, let's just get into Super Select AI, and I'll instantly modify each individual subject in here and really bring this scene to life. So I'm going to hit K on my keyboard to grab my Super Select AI tool, and I'll select the barn first, and let's add in some dynamic contrast for some nice detail. Then I'm going to select all of the foliage within the scene. Right click, let's go to Color Enhancer, and I'm going to choose foliage. That's going to boost up the greens within the foliage so that we have a nice bit of color in our foreground. Last thing, I'm going to hover over the sky, select that, and let's add a nice dark glow to the sky. That's going to bring out some of those brighter tones and really give the sky a nice bit of contrast. And so things are looking good. I think there's maybe two other filters I want to add. Let's add a vignette just to bring in the viewer's attention into that center of the frame. And then let's add one last filter just to bring in some elegance, and let's use the borders filter. Inside of Photo RAW Max, we have the borders filter here and the textures filter, which we can use to add on just a ton of different borders and textures onto our image. From vintage borders to elegant borders, you name it, there's tons of awesome ones you can apply to your scene. One of my favorites though is just the default border there, that white square. Let's go into transform here. Let's fit that image so that we're not cropping off those flowers. And there we go. Let's hit the backslash key on the keyboard This was the original, or at least the Lightroom settings applied original. And there we go. Looking great to me. Let's go ahead and click OK, and that will take us back into Lightroom. So back inside Lightroom, if we scroll to the right here, we have our modified photograph and then the original. And you can see just by heading over to Photo RAW Max, we were able to complete this entire creative style in that one single application and then head right back into Lightroom. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you inside the next sneak peek.